Hello, hello.
Ooh, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
Yes. Almost to hump day. Oh, new mind flow. Got a new camera angle.
In different colors even. Something
We-
is
Yeah.
showing.
We finally took the time to set up our camera.
Back.
Yeah, even if it's for a few more weeks, we figured. I don't know. I just had the urge to do it. We had the urge to do it today.
It's still the one with the battery? So,
No, it's no longer with the battery because
oh,
we got an adapter for it. That was in the early days of last year. Yeah, we didn't have an adapter for it, so we had to change the batteries mid-call. But it's the same camera, but we have an adapter, a DC adapter for it.
I can remember each second call in the middle of the call camera and then you need to look for better.
How is everyone today? Saw that you were Gecko Taxi, Peter.
Yes. Earlier. Yesterday, I delivered a class pet to a local school that my girlfriend teaches at. It's fun.
Don't have any experience with captive lizards, but we used to have a few geckos on our apartment building when we were living in Indonesia, and every night it was like gecko, gecko. The mating calls, they're so loud in the wild.
Yeah, this one used to belong to my brother. And we were feeding it at his house. We were like, yeah, we're taking this to the school. He's very quiet. We fattened him up recently. Lots of crickets. Anyway. Hello guys. Welcome to NFT Guild community call. Y'all are looking sharp. Remy, nice to see you.
Hello,
Hey,
hello.
how you doing?
Hi, Remy,
And
hi, everyone.
Sound
Hello.
Diada Bats, you're looking the sharpest today, sir. Nice tie, excellent background. You got excellent setup. I love it. And Mr. Zahir, awesome, nifties. Welcome. Yeah, so we normally in this call just talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. We have on our agenda one discussion item about the Catalyst governance NFTs, or what do we call that?
Yeah, the
And
voting reward NFTs.
voting
Actually,
reward NFTs.
added a couple of more agenda items, but just got words about a half an hour ago from the co-author of SIPs 68 and 67, Thomas, who wrote them with Alessandro, that he'll be able to do the presentation during our roundtable tomorrow. So that means that we might have to either push back what we had for the agenda, because I think that should kind of take precedence given the importance of
The availability and importance, yeah.
Yeah, the importance of the proposals to the NFT space. That should probably take precedence, and our standard agenda items for tomorrow should probably be pushed back. And Sent, do you know if Sent will be joining us today? I see that he's online in Discord, but I don't know.
I didn't heard anything from him. No.
Yeah, I was about to ask him if he wants to do the Polis presentation today, given that if we don't have the chance to do it tomorrow, maybe it loses a bit of its relevance if we push it back another 2 weeks. But maybe we can still have the time to squeeze it in, depending on how much he thinks that will take. I was about to ask him if he joined today, but since he's not here, I don't know. I guess we'll
Yeah.
focus on the other agenda items.
Yeah. So
Hey, what's up, guys? First time in the NFT guild. Just thought I'd drop in and say hi. See what's
welcome,
up.
Clint.
Thanks, man. Hi, hello.
Nice to have you.
Since we have so many new faces today, maybe it would be worthwhile if they want to introduce themselves shortly and tell us a bit.
Yeah, let's do an intro
what
round.
brought them to our NFT Guild weekly meeting, and maybe then we can kick off with the agenda items.
I can
Sounds-
start. So yeah, my name is Zuhair Abdin. I'm based in Dubai. I work with a company called Nifty Su. So we are the first and largest NFT marketplace in the MENA region. We have a proposal for the Catalyst Fund. And I think I heard about the NFT Guild from Yoram, I think. I don't know if you know him. So yeah, I went into the Discord group, and I'm really excited to be here and to meet you guys.
It's nice
Thanks for
having you
coming.
here. So what's your Catalyst proposal about? Is it about expanding the
Yeah, it's about
marketplace?
expanding our current marketplace. So the title is Add ADA to First Marketplace in MENA. Our plan is to expand our current platform to include Cardano. We currently have Ethereum and Polygon blockchains on our platform. So we're looking to add Cardano as one of the blockchains users can use to create and sell or buy NFTs. So that's the main idea of our proposal.
Sounds good. Yeah. When did you launch your marketplace on Polygon and ETH?
Yeah, so we launched on Polygon a year ago almost. We started our journey with an MVP product. It was like a basic website with the basic features. Currently, we're working on a totally new website with new features. So I don't know if you guys know, but in the Middle East, people are not very familiar with crypto and NFTs. So we're trying to localize our marketplace to make it as easy as possible. We're adding credit card payments to our platform, so there's no need for you to download an external wallet or MetaMask or whatever. So we're making it easy. It's available also in Arabic. It's the first NFT marketplace that is available in the language that we speak. And also it includes a lot of categories that are not available in other global marketplaces such as OpenSea. So we have specific categories related to our culture, which you cannot find in other marketplaces. So yeah, that's basically it. Our plan is to launch our new website by the end of this week, hopefully.
That's great. Actually, one of the biggest collectors on NFT who was active very early on in the space in Cardano is I think he's also based in Dubai. I'm not sure, but he's definitely from the Middle East. From maybe you know of him. I can't remember his name right now, but he goes by Fahadukan on Twitter and
social media.
Yeah, he was one of the early biggest supporters. He supported a lot of NFT projects on Cardano and Cardano space early on, and he's launching his own project. He's working on a horse racing game. He's actually the co-founder of Equine Felix. He was Nicholas was here last week, his co-founder. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't know him honestly, but if you can drop me his name in the chat, that would be great. I can read more about the guy.
Yeah, sure. I'll drop you his Twitter Twitter link, his Twitter ID.
Thank you. So yeah, part of our proposal is also educating people more about Cardano, more about NFTs. So it's a huge part because, as I told you, not a lot of people know Cardano. Most people know Bitcoin and Ethereum here. Not a lot of people know about Cardano. So this is part of our plan to expand and tell people about Cardano, the benefits of using Cardano, and yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool.
And thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. And thanks also really for building bridges to local communities. This is really, really needed. So thanks a lot for all you do.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Well, maybe I'll go next. Hey, can I share my screen? Is that okay?
Send
And
it.
then-
Let's not go so too deep into presentations. Try to make it real, just a short introduction about yourself, but we don't want to run too much into rabbit hole.
Okay, yeah, sure. I wasn't going to go really deep in it. Just basically, yeah, I've got two main proposals. One of them's a liquidity pool farm, and actually it's already live now. So our app's live on the website, and it's on mainnet, and we're just doing some internal testing at the moment. But basically, we have the farming capability there to support like NFT staking, to support liquidity pool staking, to support single-sided staking, and our aim is to make it a permissionless farm. So you might question, why is the need for a permissionless farm on Cardano? Well, at the moment, you can farm on DEXs yourself. Like, for example, Sunday Swap, Min Swap, they all have farming functions, right? But, you know, the requirement on Sunday Swap is 100,000 US dollars if you want to create your own farming pool there, if you're a token developer. So basically, we've created our own farming pool here that supports Sunday Swap, supports Min Swap. And the aim is to let lots of other projects come on board, and they can create their own farming pools. And eventually version 2 will make it completely permissionless. So there'll be no code. You just be a graphical user interface. You just click create pool, and then you whitelist what tokens to accept. And you also say which is your reward token for the farming pool, and the amount of rewards per epoch, and the time you want it to end, and the maximum amount of participants you want in the pool. And then you click create, and then you'll have the farming pool on our website. And also, we don't charge any fee for this too, so it's feeless. For the creation of the pool, we actually take the fee on the exit. So when people withdraw their rewards from the farming pool, we'll take a commission of 0.5%. So that's one of the proposals that we have, and that's called the NFT farming pool, because we also have NFT staking alongside liquidity pool staking and normal native Cardano asset staking. And then the second proposal is a NFT launchpad for the marketing and sale in the first market of NFTs. And we call it the redeemable NFT launchpad, because basically we're looking at NFTs that are actually tangible and they're backed by a real world asset. So we don't really get hung up on the real world aspect of that. What we mean is it's backed by something. So it could be a physical good in the real world. Say, for example, a limited edition pair of shoes, or a handbag, or a beer. Or it can be something digital, like a coupon that you log onto a website and you can purchase music with the coupon. Or it could be something completely different from those two. It could be a social impact. So say, for example, I was talking to Empower last week, and they're going to do a NFT launch on our launchpad to fund the development of some houses in Mozambique. They've done this in the past. They're quite successful. They built 30 houses in Mozambique. In Mozambique, there's only 25% of the population actually are homeowners. The rest of them can't get loans, just to do with the demographics and the social situation, economic situation of the country. And most of the banks are South African banks. They don't want to lend to these people. So basically what we'll do is we'll do a special NFT launch, maybe with a real product or not. And basically the proceeds from that NFT launch will go to funding the development of houses in Mozambique. And that's the tangible thing that's backing it, the social impact, the connection with the person who buys the NFT, showing what they funded. So I've got two little things, two little proposals, and you can check out the app now. It's like live. I'll put the website in here, tangent.app, and you can just check that out. And yeah, we're called Tangent. So there's like we're a 7-person team, and 5 full-time, 2 part-times, and my full-time job. So we're moving forward with this. Like I said, the farming contracts are ready, and we have them on mainnet. We're testing them internally between ourselves now, so we can stake, we can withdraw, and we can claim. We're just doing our internal testing, and soon we're going to open up to the alpha testing. But eventually, the plan is to make this completely permissionless, so anyone will be able to create a farming pool to support the liquidity of their token. And for those of you who are not familiar with the concept of farming in cryptocurrency, it's not like plowing seeds and with water, etc. It's about farming tokens, and it serves 3 main purposes. The first purpose is to reward your long-term users, your community who hold your token. The second purpose is to incentivize people providing liquidity on a decentralized exchange. And the third purpose is as a transparent and open way of distributing your token to people. So that's it. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, so the plan is to make it open source. And we're open source.
This is great. That's
and
great.
yeah, permissionless like Uniswap kind of thing, but you'll be making farming pools. It's really supporting other developers in the ecosystem, and even NFT artists, etc. You know.
Cool.
And nice being able to put faces to names as well. Seeing Tanget so much around everywhere. Oh, okay. That face is one of the faces behind. Great work, man.
Yep. You guys have done some app town halls last month too, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
You got
yeah,
signed up again today, maybe? I saw a Tangent sign up for today or next week. Cool.
yeah. We're doing a town hall this week as well. Yeah, I mean, a breakout room after town hall, and yeah, we're just going to do a walkthrough of the app and just show people what it's doing, and just try to get some feedback from people. Yeah,
That's great.
I mean, I hope to be the first to market with this permissionless farming idea. So we're pushing everyone really hard to get it ASAP. To be honest with you, we've been really lucky. Like whether or not we get funding in Catalyst, I think the process was so good for us. Like we met so many cool teams, and then I also saw the passion and saw how much passion there is in Cardano for social impact and ESG. I was like really blown away by it, and it's really opened my mind to different possibilities. So like we wouldn't be where we are with the code right now if it wasn't for people like ADAO helping us, and Snapbrilla and things like that. So yeah, we're really lucky that we met them. So I think, yeah, I'm really happy so far.
I think there you touch a really good point, right? Catalyst has different resources, but the funds are only one. The biggest resource is definitely the community, which just enables so much cool stuff. But Evers, when I pronounce it right, what about you? Really curious about your background. Can you hear us? Santiata?
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Hey.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sunjata from Senegal, long-term investor, a believer and lover of Cardano, ADA. Around 47% of my crypto portfolio is in ADA. So I'm grateful for you guys, and thank you for being here, being yourself, and having me here. Thank you.
Thanks for being
Thanks
here.
for coming.
Are you voting in Catalyst?
Good question.
I'm a member of the Cardano community in Senegal. So we have a few like WhatsApp group and stuff. So I'm aware, and I'm just trying to see what's going on.
And are you
Right.
voting in Project Catalyst?
No, not yet. I'm just
Okay, then that's maybe
looking. I'm just looking so far. I'm just,
then that's maybe definitely something where you can have a look on it, because people like Zahir and Clint, for example, they are proposing in Project Catalyst, and Project Catalyst is a little bit like Cardano's engine room, where
Yeah.
people come submit proposals to improve the ecosystem and the community, and those proposals are open to vote. And each ADA holder who holds minimum 500 ADA is able to vote with his voting power, so the amount of ADA which you hold, on the proposals where you think, hey, they're really strong. So places like this then, where you're directly able to meet people behind the team, behind the proposal, and can give you really great insights as well to say, hey, cool, we want you to participate in this governance, because it's everyone in the community, in the best case, who would vote and participate in which of these proposals do we want to fund.
Yeah.
Because
I
once they are
I
voted,
discovered
they
it
will receive-
last week. So I already have a few links in my bookmark of projects and stuff. Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm here. Thank you so much.
Happy journey, man.
Yes. Hope to see you again sometime.
And Abraham, Simas. Eating breakfast, cornflakes.
Yeah, there's this Chilean version of Cocoa Puffs called Mono Balls. I don't know why, but like 1 in every 10 is like a white chocolate one. It's pretty good. I'm working on a Fund 8 funded project that's due in October. It's essentially a scalable service for adding utility to existing NFTs. The version 1 should be pretty darn simple, but still very powerful. These token gates don't require you to know how to code. It's a copy paste configuration, a self-service interface type thing. And these gates essentially can require that a certain NFT must be present in order to pass, and or that a certain number of tokens must be sent in order to pass. And the consequence of the gate passing, we have 3 abilities for version 1. It can either unblock a page or return content that we're only calling content vaults because most people, especially those we're trying to reach outside of crypto, are going to have a hard enough time getting it already. And it can redirect users, which is great for e-commerce. You can send somebody to a preloaded cart with a one-time use discount code simply through a URL redirect as a consequence of the gate passing. And then third, it can return information to the screen optionally in the form of a QR code, which can be great for premeditating a platform agnostic real world verification scenario. If you're premeditating the data that's coming back as QRs and you have one gate set up per token, in the scenario that that token's a ticket, you're just dictating the QR that you need, that your existing system needs to see in order to pass. So if you're already contractually obligated to work with Ticketmaster software or something like that, it wouldn't even matter. That's essentially what we're doing, and we're trying to prove our use case by partnering with people that would have some sort of extraneous value to give. Maybe they have a merch shop, maybe they have a second season, and we're looking to add utility to certain projects, any excuse to show off how it works by CNFTCon.
Awesome. You're headed to CNFTCon?
Yep, getting a little boothy booth. Hopefully I'll have, a handful of partners that want to provide perks for this use case mini game people will be able to try out at the con. But I'll also be able to onboard other projects on the spot, help them make an account, add some gates.
Hell yeah. Nice. Well, I'll see you there, man. That's awesome. Awesome.
Then, Anna Rorish, what do you think?
I had a question actually for Clint. I can see on your website it says powered by NMaker. What exactly is your collaboration? What part did you work with them? I'm assuming it has to do with the minting. Is that for the NFT Launchpad part of the service, or?
Yeah, that's for the NFT Launchpad part of the service. So we partnered with them to use their API to do the minting there. Just because we reached out to them early on and they were very supportive of the project, and yeah, they've got a pretty good NFT studio, etc., that can be used. Interesting things. It's quite a robust API they have. So yeah, and then the for the farming, the contracts were forked from ADAO. So we've basically modified some contracts that they created. We've added some new functions to them, such as the ability to have free reward tokens. So the reward could be ADA, your native governance token, and an NFT, or ADA and two native tokens or three native tokens. The other thing we're adding is a withdrawal fee for the commission for our site to generate revenue. And then another thing we're planning to do is probably a time lock, the potential for time locks on the farming contract. Yeah, and then two projects actually reached out to us and are interested in creating farming pools already. One of them's called Rats DAO. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. They want to create some farming pools there. And then there was another project as well, which is a NFT planetary solar system project, where people will be able to stake the planets and they get a reward token back.
Is that Planet Pals or Stellarhood?
I think it was Stellarhood. It's on my other laptop. I have to double check. So they're the two who we're looking to onboard initially at the start. And then another project, which is a meme token as well, called Goldie Dog. So there's three potentially, but yeah, well, like I said, we're happy to onboard as many people as possible at the moment. But yeah, at this stage, we're still internally testing at the moment.
Clint, I had an idea. You might appreciate a very I don't know, an extraneous utility layer to what you're doing. This service can go in two directions, meaning maybe you can create a gate to apply additional value manually, but once we have an open API, you can basically set your own terms on your website, whether it's a DEX or a video game or a metaverse. There are terms in which perhaps somebody might deserve a perk. And through an API call, you simply request that this or that token be added or removed from certain gates. And those gates, again, make you privy to a raw ADA payout, more NFTs, merchandise, access to a song.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm glad you said that, Abraham, because I was actually thinking that when you were talking about your project. I was thinking, oh wow, this gate stuff is really interesting. I think we could incorporate this. Even on the redemption side for the NFTs, because we have a redemption zone too, where basically they send back the NFT and then they redeem it for whatever is the underlying thing, if there is something that can be redeemed for that particular NFT. I was thinking it could even work with that, where they send the NFT and then that's the token that needs to pass through the gate, and then it shows them the QR code that links to another website where the redemption happens.
Yeah, and while our app will use a wallet connector, the use case mini game we want to show at CNFTCon will work on all devices because it requires you to send a token somewhere and then immediately get it back. If you've ever played Legend of Zelda for Super Nintendo, there's a magic fairy fountain where you choose a piece of equipment to toss in, and a fairy will pick it up and give it back to you in an upgraded fashion. So that's basically what this does. It's a utility faucet. Whatever perks we have set up by that time, you take any NFT you want, send it in, it comes right back to you with a random utility applied to it. And then it'll repeat some gate attributes to explain to you what's going on, like the utility category and the domain that it works on, etc.
That's really cool, man. Yeah, so I think there's potential for collaboration. I think maybe we could have a meeting with your team when you're ready, and we could discuss some stuff. I'd love to incorporate your API into our app as well. That'd be so cool.
I'm sending my Discord handle.
Thank you. Here's my email.
Hell yeah,
too.
guys. Getting it done.
Nice. Thank you. Sweet.
Abraham, you mentioned getting it back with utility applied. How would that work exactly? Would that have to be an open policy and the metadata modified, or would that be an additional NFT or fungible token, or?
Nope.
The
format of
service?
the format of the token has no effect. All that we need to know is the asset ID. So in the real app, business users will log in and dictate specific assets are the trigger token to gates. But in this mini game, every gate is obviously a perk of some kind. And the NFT that you send is really just sending for the purpose of knowing the asset ID. That asset ID is added as a trigger token or to the whitelist of one of the gates we have set up by random, and then the token is sent right back to you.
So it's a verification system. It doesn't actually affect the asset, the NFT.
Yes, and the real app will have a wallet connector, but this game we want to be available for mobile users. CNFTCon will have a lot of people on their phones, a lot of people that just made their very first wallet. It can actually do exactly 3 things. It'll apply a random utility to any NFT you send in. And if you were to send an NFT that already has utility applied, it'll execute the gate logic on the spot. And then thirdly, if you don't have any NFTs at all, which might be the case for some people at CNFTCon, then you can send 10 ADA in and you'll get a random one from our stockpile of promotional ones.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for answering the question. Felix, you were about to say something before I asked the question to Clint. You started, I think you started asking us a question, but
no, just want to ask if you want to go through some bullet points for today.
Got the badge versus the badge versus do we want to have an aspect ratio for the voting NFT, or do we want to, or none at all, or do we want to do a badge?
Maybe giving a short intro.
Yeah.
There.
Go ahead.
Well, do you want, Rory, Anna? Should I?
Yeah, we'll do a short rundown. So for those of us who are joining us, newly joining us, past few weeks we've been talking about creating a Catalyst voting recognition NFT and possibly in the future adding utility to it through enabling it to vote on certain aspects regarding Catalyst governance, for instance, Catalyst Circle and the Catalyst Circle elections. And one of our most recent discussions was around the fact that, do we want it to be just a badge of voting recognition, or do we want it to attach an artwork to the actual NFT so that it has value in and of itself beyond the recognition and the potential utility that might be added in the future. It doesn't look like the NFT will have utility just yet, as we're only getting started with the idea, and we're working with the Drip Drops team, if you all are familiar with them from the Cardano space, to enable the voting for the Catalyst Circle V4. And our first idea was to incorporate the NFT, but we won't be able to do that because of time constraints. But we still want to add some utility for it in the future. But regardless of that, our internal discussion with the guild was around the NFT itself. So should it be just a badge of recognition, sort of like a pin that you would get for each voting round, or should it be an artwork in and of itself that should carry value and thus incentivize people to potentially want to engage with the Catalyst process with the aim of possibly getting this recognition in the future. And we talked about potentially collaborating with artists in the future. We ourselves us two, Mindful, have created an artwork which would be the work for the first edition of the NFT, but we intend to collaborate with different artists in the future. And one of our discussions, so our discussion was that, would this be a bit too much and potentially taking it too far from the intention of recognizing people who participate in the Catalyst process, or would it have value, or should we just stick with the badge? And beyond that, our discussion was also, if we go down the artwork, should we have some constraints around the works themselves beyond the theme? So we initially thought that just maybe the theme would suffice. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? And maybe it's a bit too much to ask, since this is your first NFT guild call.
I think it's a great idea. I love it. I think it's really cool that you're recognizing people who are actually participating in the voting process, right? And then the more rounds they participate in, the more badges they get. It shows that they've voted in Fund 9, they voted in Fund 10, they voted. My daughter's just come in here now. Hello. Yeah.
Abe.
You know what I mean? So I mean, in the future, there could be like a Catalyst DAO or something, right? And then they would see how many people had badges. They would like airdrop tokens to those people according to how many badges they got and things like that. That could be future utility that comes later on. I guess if you do the art though for it, it's gonna take longer to do, right? If you're collaborating with artists to do this, and you got to work out how to do it, rather than it just being like the same badge that everyone gets if they participated in that round. That's my only concern.
That shouldn't be too much of a problem, since the Catalyst process takes 4 months now. So each round takes at least 4 months. Fund 9 is going to take longer due to the 3 weeks delay in the voting, but hopefully after that it will return to the 4-month cycle. Abraham, you've got your hand up.
Sure, there should be some image attached, but I think it should be a modest design, a badge of sorts, like Clint said. You don't want people to get the impression that you're attempting to increase the value of the token, subsidize the value of this utility with great art. But also, like Clint said, there should be a proof of attendance fungible that can be redeemed for a number of things, and a series of tiers of participation, or perhaps even specializations for which you can earn badges that are essentially proof that you've gone through a certain kind of training, perhaps, or participated in a certain way. And then if other artists or affiliates want to send highly personalized artworks, then they can do like a blockchain snapshot and reward whoever's deserving.
Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. We've been thinking about it, but I think it's a bit beyond the scope of what we're trying to do now. So we have no way of, and we don't want to have any way of, for instance, determining who people voted for or what rounds they participated in. This is simply a statement that you actually voted, because that's the data that is public in a way on chain, since you receive rewards after you vote. So for it to be more than that, like you said, of a participation, proving a specific area of specialization, that would need additional information, obviously. And in terms of value, so the NFTs themselves will be distributed free of any cost. You'll just have to redeem them and pay for the network fees. That's all. So
right, it's a question of incentive, increasing the incentive to participate. So I may appreciate an I voted sticker for a while. I may have a sense of pride in that, but it's not like a medal that I can carry around to gain entry into things or to, redeem for any kind of privilege or value. And I'm not saying that you need it, but just thinking about the mechanics of growth, you would want to apply some sort of additional benefit to those tokens if the only way to get them is to participate and you want to encourage participation.
Right. Yeah, we agree. This is where the artwork attachment or came in, the idea of attaching to add an additional value from the get-go. You're right. We can, after the fact, add a number of fungible token airdrops or unlocks based on the NFTs. That's also in the works, but the artwork would represent a first step towards adding more value to this.
I don't think people care. I don't think people really care about the artwork. In this NFT game, it's either what can the token do or how much speculation is circling around it. So unless you want to give away clays for participating in the voting, I don't think people are going to work for the right to own an art because of how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
Remy, you've got your hand up.
Yeah, I think this idea is mostly about collectibles and having some more incentive to vote, and it might encourage more people to vote just to get some nicely looking NFT just because it's nice, and I think it might incentivize and reach to a broader audience than currently. So I think in this way, of course, it would be great to have more functionalities around these NFTs, but I think the goal that might be as a first step, it would be to incentivize people to vote based on some small revenue. And I think it's a good idea. And also I have some updates from my side regarding that. So I didn't yet met with the legal team to discuss if we can share the list of wallets, but I met with Marek Buchowiecki also from Catalyst team. I told him about this guild and about you guys, and he told me a lot of good things about all of you, like Peter, Felix, Anna Maria, and Rajesh. So he told me that if you are managing this and working on this, then this guild will work forever. So so yes, that was his first comment. And on the other side, as you also Rajesh mentioned, there is this data of wallets is available publicly. And while I still need to realign internally if we can share directly the list of wallets, you can definitely review this list on chain based comparing the treasury address, because Cardano treasury address that is sending voting rewards is always the same. So you can check this wallet address and compare it to the dates when voting rewards were sent. So basically comparing the wallet address and date will give you the whole list of wallets, and it will be completely legal and completely natural, and we won't need to discuss anything internally in IO to give you this list, because it's publicly available and every voter can have access to this wallet address to verify other transactions. So it would be completely safe. However, on the other hand, as more people are involved in this discussion in IO, someone raised a topic about asking people if they want to be included in receiving these NFTs, just to avoid people who might get angry that they received some NFTs, whether they didn't like give allowance to that, or they didn't know about it. So I think it should be somehow connected and collaborated with some official communication, so that every voter is aware that they will receive some NFTs. So it's not a surprise, it's not a confusion, and it's not generating any negative emotions just because everyone is different and everyone can react differently. So yeah, that's the only comments I received so far or based on our internal discussions.
Thank you very much for the updates, Remy. Well, the negative emotions shouldn't be too much of a problem, since most likely we'll go down the route of creating a claiming mechanism. So we won't airdrop them to everyone who voted, but everyone who voted will be eligible to claim, and only those who voted will be eligible to claim. The airdrop is
Yes.
costly anyway, so.
And the claiming period should be long enough to
have
enough people claiming it.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, then I think it's a great idea and the best solution, I think, to address any possible issues.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I mean, you can add so many different future utility later on. You don't even have to decide it now. It could be, you know, like these PFP, profile picture NFTs. Sometimes they take off and they do really well and they become really popular, like these clay ones. It's no telling really which ones will become popular and which won't. But a lot of them are based on the generative NFT art, where they have all the different layers and they basically mix and match them, and they can make, you know, thousands, tens of thousands of possibilities, right? And then they have the minting. You could have like a generative NFT art launch where only the people with the NFT badge for voting can go get it, or they can get it for free, say, for example. So they're allowed to go mint one for free because they have the badge, or they can mint it for 2 ADA instead. And then later on, when you have the public sale for the generative NFT artwork, then it's like 10 ADA for the rest of the public. So there's so many multi-layered benefits I think could come with this. You know, I think it would really incentivize people to vote and participate more in governance when they realize, oh, wow, actually, you know, there's a lot of different future possibilities of me being unlocked or becoming free because I voted and I've been recognized as voting. So that's pretty cool. Just an idea. Like you could partner with different NFT artists and say, hey, can you give us a discount for the people who voted first, and have a, you know, a whitelisted sale before the public sale, that kind of thing. I see that a lot on for NFT artists are doing that kind of thing. Like if you bought their last art piece, when they do the next piece, they usually let you come in for a cheaper round first, things like that. So I mean, I have an artist who's joining my team full time now to do as an art director. And he's going to be doing like all our 3D modeling work and things like this. I know he knows how to do this generative NFT art thing, so I'd be happy to, when I do one with him, to, you know, let the people who have the badge come and get mint one for free. Why not? I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, if community people want to do that, I think that's great. If we were to go around trying to make money off of that, I don't think that's a good thing. So if that's something you want to do, awesome.
Yeah, we're happy to let people you know, mint it for free. It's cool. You know, I think like I said, there's no telling when these profile pictures which ones are successful, right? It's impossible to predict. You know,
Yeah.
I made some before. I thought they were pretty cool, but no one bought them. So one time, you know, but there you go. Like, you know, the apes and the crypto punks, they took off. So crypto kitties, not so popular, but
Yep. Yeah. I have no idea. I would love to hear someone who has watched for a very long time try or give an explanation for what makes some project take off and what doesn't. It's got to be some just like engagement in market timing or something like that. Something.
Yeah, that's mostly it. It's a combination of marketing and timing.
Yeah.
So I see that you wrote, Remy, that the address should be available publicly. Actually, I don't think it is, due to the fact that the voting rewards are not distributed as a standard transaction. So they come similar to how staking rewards enter your wallet. So you don't see a transaction in your wallet to be able to track it. But I think the Drip Drops team, who's handling the voting side, should be able to manage to should manage to track things down, and there shouldn't be a problem. But we as standard users can't see that transaction
Okay.
because it's not a regular transaction.
Okay, I didn't know that, so thank you for the clarification. And if Driptos will need any support, I'm also happy to discuss it more with the team internally to give you some more details on that.
Sweet, thanks.
If anybody can think of an excuse to use a token gate, I'd love to work with you to show it off at CNFTCon. I'm getting a booth and I'm contacting other people with booths. What I'm trying to do is use this mini game as a one-stop shop to prove utility. So in my perfect world, a couple of other booths would have people use this app to prove their utility.
Hmm.
Mhm.
This is a you're doing it right, Abe.
I'm
Well,
thinking, who's the coolest merch store that we have in Cardano? I was considering maybe like offering them $300 for $500 worth of merch, something like that. And if they could only give me 10 coupon codes, one-time use at $50 off, then I could set up my gates and they don't have to do shit. And I could just dictate 50 clays or 50 CNFTCon tickets randomly are good for, you know, a free this or that, $50 off this merch site.
idea. Where's this CNFT con being held? Is it in USA?
Vegas.
Vegas, October 7 and 8, or 8 and 9?
8 and 9.
8 and 9.
I've got a website that sells Bitcoin miners, man, and I'll give you 50% off on the USB sticks. I'll do that if we can incorporate it into that. Yeah, or even
Can you
free.
let me know which token, if you prefer specific tokens or if I can apply it randomly to tokens,
Yeah.
and how many times you can afford to do that for me. That would be the gate usage cap.
Yeah, we can only ship in America, so that's perfect. Let me have a little think, man. I'm gonna reach out to you on Discord and have a think about how many we can give away. I mean, we can even give away some for free, to be honest with you. It's a bit of a bear market right now, so I'm sitting on stock. You know how it is. These miners sell when the price is going up. It's insane. You can just like, you know, but when the market's down, no one thinks to buy them. Yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
weird dynamics in the markets, isn't it?
Yeah. Economics is weird.
It is weird, man. Herd mentality, you know, thing. Like the best time to buy these miners is when the price is like slashed. You know, it's really cheap to buy them. Then you buy them, and then when the price of Bitcoin's going up, it's profitable to mine with them. So, but anyway, it's just yeah, they're just little USB miners. They plug into USB ports. The only thing you need to have with it is you need a powered USB port to supply enough power, like 1 amp, like 2 amps per port. We sell those too, but yeah, and then you run it with like CG Miner software or BFG Miner software. I think it's Forker CG Miner software. Works on Windows, works on Mac.
And if you can afford to give away like 5 of them, then that would be an enticement to use the app. It would be yet another thing that your token might be good for.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it, man. Maybe we use some random token that you can assign it to, just to do it for fun. I think it's cool. I want to see. You know, I'll give you a coupon code, basically, what they use in the store. Is that the best way to do it?
Yeah, and I can figure out the platform you're running on, and I'll look at their documentation for preloaded cart URLs. They all work the same on shopping platforms, but they're a little different each time.
Yeah, I think we're on Magento. I need to update it actually. It's been, and be thinking about been meaning to revamp the site. I haven't got around to it for so long. But it's on Magento. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm gonna shoot off because I've got another meeting in half an hour, and I better go get some food in me before the meeting.
Yeah.
Cool. It was great
Great.
chatting to all of you, Anne, and great connections always, right?
All right.
Abraham,
Yeah.
in touch. Definitely.
I've actually got to go into the NFT DAO call.
Oh, nice, nice.
Y'all should think about rescheduling because you overlap.
This call?
Yeah, NFT Guild and NFT DAO. NFT DAO is at 12. Well, now.
Yeah, well, this call's technically over now.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yeah. 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 Sweet. We meet every week from an hour ago to now. And open call. Anybody's welcome. Trying to do some collaboration. Sometimes we have some presentations from different people. There was some potential for that today. They didn't show up. Maybe they'll show up next week. We'll see. Yeah, we have a bi-weekly NFT Guild roundtable where we're right now working on some SIPs with different developers in the community around NFTs and royalty standards, all that good stuff. Anyway.
We publish the recordings after each meeting, so you should be able to find them either on our website or in the announcements channel of our Discord.
Yep. Yeah, I'll drop the website in here for you. And that's linked to the YouTube and everything else, and all the recordings can be found right through there.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thanks, guys. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Abraham. Thank you, Anna Maria, Rez. Thank you, Amigas. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Peace.
Good seeing you all. Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a great week. Bye bye.
Bye.
All right. Bye.